Welcome to part 2 of the digital donut. We've got our donut created, we've cut the hole out of it, we've got the flat art here in Illustrator, and now we are going to create the frosting. So we are going to create a new layer, AP to load our pen tool, and pick any color we want, and I'm going to make a random shape with this frosting. Use little handles. See, my handles are my click, hold, and drag, the handles are very small. I want them to be random. I don't want it to be just a perfect pattern, kind of have a few shorter drips, a few longer. I'm going to do this fast. And I've completed my path, and there I have that. So I'm going to I can come in here and tweak some of the shapes. So I hold Control, get my handles, and with Alt I can make fine adjustments. Let's see. This one, I think I just want to move the point a little bit so it's not so close. Okay, that'll work. Alright, so I'm going to come over to my colors. I want to swap the fill and the stroke so I can see the inside of the donut. Click away. I'm going to bring my new fill color. I'm going to change that color just so that when I go to do the Pathfinder, I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so this time I'm doing the inside of the frosting. Short handles. There, I've got it closed up. Now I'm going to select and swap my stroke for a fill for the frosting. I want to lock that bottom layer so I'm not selecting the donut. And I'm going to select both of the frostings and come up to the Pathfinder minus front. And there I have that. I see an area that I want to adjust a little. I don't like how close that is to the inner circle. So that'll work. Alright, so now we are going to V for the selection tool, copy just the frosting. So select the frosting, copy it, and we're going to paste that into Photoshop. Okay, so now we're in Photoshop. We're going to paste as pixels, hit enter. I would like to move that just a smidge. Just to get it off of the inside of my circle. Okay, there, that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to go to the magic wand, select the frosting. I have marching ants inside and out. I'm going to create a new layer above that. I'm going to go down to my color and use the eyedropper for my local color for my frosting, and then up here, so this is representing the local color, the color of the frosting, and then I'm going to come down a little bit further for the shade of that. I have my brush 15%, flow 15%, just like we did in part 1, and I'm going to start creating the shadow. Again, you might not see anything right away, but it'll start emerging, and we want that. We want that subtle transition. We want it to feel like it's a three-dimensional object. So we're going to shade the outside and shade the inside. I'm going to go up just a touch. Alright, so there's my outside. So by having this selection, we are limiting the spray from my brush to just these selected areas. So I don't have overspray. I don't have the value going out around the donut. It's only on the donut. And that's also why we make the separate layer, because then if we want to come back, we can always go to the actual frosting layer and create the selection again. So it gives us the option of coming back into it. If we do our shading right on the frosting layer, then if you have to come back to it, you will not be able to get the whole selection, because it'll be different colors now. It won't be one solid color. So that looks pretty good. Control D to deselect, and there is my donut. Very good. We'll move on to the next phase, which is creating the icons with the pen tool.